It's either him or the foot. I can't save both, ma'am. These were the most terrifying words I'd ever heard. The doctor whispered them urgently to my wife at the foot of my hospital bed. But how could this be, I thought. I did everything my doctor said. Just 6 months earlier, my family doc told me my blood sugar was so high, he worried about permanent damage to my organs and limbs. So I followed the diet, cutting back on sugar and carbs. I started walking 45 minutes a day with my wife. I took the meds religiously, but here I was anyway, lying in a hospital bed, horrified and agonizing about whether I could keep working and supporting my family without my foot, dying inside at the thought of missing out on the camping trips, pickup games of basketball, and everything else I love to do with my kids, but especially feeling ashamed, because if the worst happened, if I died from the complications my doctor was so worried about, I was the sole breadwinner, and what would happen to my family? It scared the hell out of me. But as you'll see in a second, it was also a blessing in disguise, because if you've ever been told you need to control your blood sugar levels, if you're experiencing strange symptoms that you think might be from high blood sugar, or especially if your doctor has started warning you of prediabetes, then pay close attention for the next few minutes, because I'm going to share with you an unexpected and truly astonishing little trick I stumbled on, an odd 10-second ritual I do before every meal that literally saved not only my life, but one of my limbs. Even when everything else my doctor tried had failed to bring my blood sugar complications under control. Hi, my name is Robert Miller. When my blood sugar started to get out of control, I did what a lot of people do. I ignored the warning signs. Why? Because I was in denial? I didn't think it could happen to me. I ignored how fast my belly was growing. I hid the weird 10 p.m. Fruit Loops cravings and binges from my family. I brushed off my wife's growing complaints about how bad my snoring got. But the first sign that really scared me, made me think something was terribly wrong, was a strange tingling in my feet. Sometimes they'd even go cold. So cold, it almost felt like they were burning, if that makes any sense. Then I started getting mysterious pains shooting up my legs, and I even started to wonder if I was going to be able to walk if I kept getting worse. By the time I worked up the courage to see my doctor, things were really bad. He told me my blood sugar complications were spinning out of control, and even though I did everything you're supposed to, it got worse and worse, and I felt like my body was betraying me. Until 6 months later, I ended up in that emergency room bed, slowly regaining consciousness, and horrified at the devastating words the doctor whispered to my wife. It's either him or the foot. I can't save both, ma'am. Thank God I came to when I did, though, because I outright refused to sign off on the amputation. I knew it was a huge risk, that I was taking my life in my hands, but I vowed that before it was too late, I would find a way to keep my foot and to reclaim the life my high blood sugar had stolen from me. I admit it wasn't easy. I ran into so many dead ends and spent a lot of late nights just crying into my hands and praying to God for an answer. But finally, just in time, my frantic searching led me to a renegade medical researcher by the name of Dr. Evan Lewis from a tiny town in Canada, who early in his career specialized in helping Olympic athletes. He created a pre-meal ritual for his athletes to boost their training, but accidentally discovered it could reverse blood sugar complications when he gave it to a friend who had been battling high blood sugar for years. Dr. Lewis was stunned by the groundbreaking discovery he stumbled on, but he was even more shocked by how hard it's been to share his powerful pre-meal ritual with folks who need it most. In fact, the medical community has treated him almost like a criminal or something, like he's guilty of medical heresy because he succeeded where modern medicine failed. After all, Dr. Lewis stumbled on this incredible breakthrough while studying the primitive rituals of isolated African tribesmen and villagers in the remote jungles of Vietnam, where they survive eating pretty much just starch and carbs, yet never have the blood sugar problems we do. Following up on clues like this from around the world, and then doing groundbreaking research in the lab, Dr. Lewis developed his incredible pre-meal ritual, a ritual that even Harvard researchers now admit reduces blood sugar-related health complications. But a lot of powerful factions in the medical community would rather keep this hidden. So make sure you watch this short presentation now, because who knows how long before we're forced to take it down. You're about to hear directly from Dr. Evan Lewis himself about the simple 10-second ritual you can do before your next meal to put an end to your blood sugar swings and start getting the upper hand on scary pre-diabetes complications, thanks to the quick pre-meal ritual Dr. Lewis is about to give you, without cutting all the carbs from my diet and without obsessing over exercise. My A1C is down from a solid 7.4 to 5.6. I'm 53 pounds lighter. My doc says my blood glucose levels are normal. All my limbs are intact. My tingling and nerve pain are under control. And I'm much, much healthier, happier, and stronger than I was that day at the hospital. Now, it's your turn.
Hi, my name is Dr. Evan Lewis, and for years I've been working on the front lines helping colleagues and clients overcome their blood sugar scares. I'm also a clinical research scientist and former professional athlete. I've personally spent over 10 years researching nerve health, regeneration, and natural blood sugar management. And let me tell you, when it comes to blood sugar and neuropathy, I've seen horror stories beyond what you'd imagine in your worst nightmare. I'm talking about loss of essential body functions like eyesight, loss of limbs, even loss of life. Yes, death. I've also seen the other side of this nightmare, the side of hope. Because when someone finally gets off the blood sugar roller coaster and restores their nerve function, it's like they have a whole new life. Just like Ruth, whose husband was given his worst nightmare diagnosis in January of 2020. Initially, his A1C was 6.6. Pretty high. He was told to watch sugar and carbs, switch to diet soda, all the normal advice. The problem was, nothing was working, and he'd been put through the normal gauntlet of prescription drugs and mainstream solutions. Luckily, while researching his condition, Ruth stumbled across one of my past presentations, which tied into something I call the glucose switch, which I'll tell you more about in just a moment. Ruth was naturally skeptical, but everything I talked about was backed up with clinical science or published clinical research, which anyone could find and read for themselves. So she began having her husband perform this simple pre-meal ritual. What happened next was nothing short of miraculous. In a little over a month, his blood pressure dropped to normal, and doctors took him off of his lisinopril, and it reversed the insulin resistance that had caused weight gain, helping him shed over 20 pounds. Better yet, his blood glucose eventually went to 88 and his A1C to 6.1. Almost normal. Ruth's skepticism soon turned to giddy delight. It wasn't before long that he was able to get off metformin, which had been limiting his energy and quality of life. Ruth thanked the Lord for finding me in that presentation that fateful day. Yet, as much as I'd love to assume credit for this, it wasn't me at all. It was the discovery of this glucose switch inside your cells, and how you finally get it under control once and for all. Allow me to explain. As you probably know, insulin travels through your blood to your cells. What you may not know is that it acts like a key that slots in and opens up the glucose switch that tells your cells to let in glucose or sugar. Once inside, your cells turn that glucose into energy or store it for later. But here's the problem when insulin isn't opening the glucose switch properly. Most doctors will tell you that you have lost insulin sensitivity and tell you to simply limit carbs, since carbs are an insulin trigger. Or in more severe cases, they'll give you insulin to take. But it doesn't fix the problem. In fact, it could make things worse, because it's not that the key, insulin, isn't working. It's that the keyhole on your cell, your glucose switch, isn't working properly. Which means glucose still can't get into your cells, and you're still stuck with blood sugar swings, exposing you to dangerous side effects like poor circulation, heart problems, and even paralyzing nerve damage that threatens your eyesight, ability to walk, and much more. Worse yet, having this glucose switch always in the closed position turns your body into a toxic wasteland, opening you up to inflammation, disease, and uncontrollable fat buildup. Think of it this way. What happens when you roast a marshmallow over a campfire? It turns brown, sticky, and scorched, right? It's because the sugar in the marshmallow caramelizes and oxidizes. And it's precisely what happens to the sugar in your blood when there's too much of it. The result is something scientists call advanced glycation end products, or AGEs for short, and they're toxic as hell, causing a collection of symptoms simply referred to as body rot. Because the AGEs are slowly rotting away the organs, tissues, and nerves all through your body, eventually leading to sensations of tingling or numbness, burning hands or feet, feeling cold, having issues with your balance, eyesight, or pain, and gradually failure of tissues and organs all through your body, eventually limiting your ability to function and do the things you love, whether playing with your grandkids, playing golf, or other activities you love. Heck, even little things you take for granted, like running errands or going to the grocery store, can suddenly become difficult and require assistance. Yet the crazy part is, in the meantime, the cells all through your body are screaming for sugar, desperate for more energy because the glucose switch isn't letting any sugar in, even though there is sugar raging through your blood wreaking havoc. And because your cells are starving for energy, you're constantly tired, hungry, and suffer endless sugar cravings, which means that although I realized my first priority was to find a way to quickly reset the glucose switch to the open position without obsessing over carbs or weird diets, I knew I also had to figure out how to help my clients reverse the body rot that had already started chipping away at their health, while at the same time putting an end to the vicious cycle of sugar cravings. So I started a deep dive into clinical research on the glucose switch and natural ways to flip it back open. And my initial investigation led me to a remote corner of the world in Sudan, where only 11% of the population has access to medical care, where they eat a decadent diet of hearty stews, lots of carbs, including rice and bread, and savory meat dishes we are told can predispose someone to heart and blood sugar challenges. What I discovered was shocking, because despite their carb-rich diet, blood sugar challenges are virtually non-existent in Sudan. I wondered what their secret was. How could they eat all of these carbs and fats and still keep their glucose switch flipped wide open, and their metabolism and energy levels sky high? I found the secret was a special form of a little-known nutrient, a nutrient abundant in many of the plants and foods in Sudan, but largely missing from the North American diet. When Harvard University studied 51,529 men over an 8-year period, they found that those with chronic heart and blood sugar issues had 46% less of this essential nutrient than men without those issues. And what I discovered is that flipping your glucose switch to open is virtually impossible without this little nutrient called chromium. In one study, researchers found that 200 to 1,000 micrograms of one specific form of chromium, a form that's almost impossible to get in your diet, helped restore healthy insulin sensitivity, meaning it turns on your glucose switch and creates far greater blood sugar control. But that may not even be the best part about this rare form of chromium, because research has also shown that chromium starts reversing the body rot in your nervous system, neutralizing symptoms of neuropathy, like tingling and burning limbs. Meanwhile, another group of scientists combed through 28 separate clinical studies. What they discovered is undeniable proof that chromium supports significant and rapid improvement in fasting blood sugar. Now, this special form of chromium alone was enough to produce impressive results for my clients and colleagues, for whom nothing else had worked. But I wasn't satisfied. Having seen the full nightmare of blood sugar and the related body rot issues, I left no stone unturned in my search for any nutrient that could help turn on your glucose switch. I wanted to create the ultimate pre-meal ritual that anyone battling blood sugar issues could use to help glucose freely move in and out of their cells, boosting their energy levels, restoring their metabolism, eliminating uncontrollable sugar cravings, and preventing or reversing nerve issues or outright neuropathy. Well, it turns out there are two more natural ingredients that give a powerful boost to the blood sugar lowering effects of using chromium alone. The first is cinnamaldehyde, the active and powerful ingredient in cinnamon. Maybe you've heard cinnamon is good for your blood sugar. Yet the truth is, getting a full potency dose of cinnamaldehyde combined with chromium is like a master key to throw your glucose switch wide open. And then, when you combine that superpowered combination to a very specific form of vitamin D called D3, it helps keep your glucose switch open for good. One groundbreaking study that followed more than 83,000 women over 20 years showed vitamin D led to a 33% reduction in the risk of developing severe blood sugar challenges. Yet, as you know by now, helping you fix your blood sugar is just the beginning of my mission. Because if your blood sugar is high right now, then the tissues and nerves in your body are already under attack from body rot. And the longer your blood sugar has been high, the more damage is accumulating. Which brings us to an astonishing ingredient that almost no diabetes doctors or nutritionists talk about. It's like a sponge that scours your body and soaks up the toxic byproducts created when there's too much sugar in your blood. Remember, these toxic and corrosive molecules are called AGEs, and they're the cause of the tissue damage that can lead to fading eyesight, tingling numbness and nerve pain, kidney damage, and worse. Which brings me back to an astonishing nutrient called benfotiamine, a highly special form of thiamine. What makes it so special is that it's manufactured by elite scientists inside a lab to maximize bioavailability, so it can quickly and easily get into your blood and tissues to mop up those nasty AGEs that are rotting your body from the inside out. As a result, most folks quickly see noticeable changes in very little time. For example, in one study, benfotiamine led to a statistically significant decrease in pain associated with blood sugar-related neuropathy, and another research study showed that benfotiamine helps prevent cardiac issues that are often a side effect of blood sugar-related problems. AGEs aren't the only threat we need to worry about with high blood sugar, though. Tissues and nerves also come under attack from something called free radicals, which is why I also included something called alpha-lipoic acid, one of the most powerful antioxidants that effectively neutralizes free radicals created by high levels of sugar in the blood. And finally, my research also demonstrated that including a nutrient called acetyl L-carnitine accelerates the reversal of blood sugar-related side effects even more than using just ALA and benfotiamine alone, which left just one more challenge to tackle, because I knew from experience that the quickest way to immediately improve the lives of anyone dealing with high blood sugar is to rapidly restore the health and function of the nervous system. Because not only does decreased nerve function cause things like bloating, heartburn, and constipation, bladder leakage, a tendency to sweat all the time, and confidence-crushing problems in the bedroom, but nerve damage from blood sugar also takes a toll on your mental health. One study found that high blood sugar levels among women with diabetes led to lower quality of life and negative mood. High blood sugar has also been linked with frequent feelings of anger or sadness, which means I put a big chunk of my research time into finding immediate relief for my clients from all these crippling complications caused by damage to the nerves. And I found the solution was a potent combination of 3 nutrients that work synergistically to recharge the nervous system. It's why I recommend that all my clients get a daily combination of choline, vitamin B6, and vitamin B12. Each of these 3 nutrients is critical for the creation of neurotransmitters. In other words, without enough of these 3 nutrients, your brain and nervous system can't properly send the signals required to regulate memory, mood, muscle control, and other functions. Yet simply getting the right amount of each of these nutrients immediately improves the mood, optimism, and energy levels of anyone who's been battling high blood sugar, which also means an almost immediate end to out-of-control sugar cravings. Not only that, a daily dose also boosts your metabolism, which means your body is able to give you more energy and vigor, while at the same time, it gets so much easier to manage your weight, meaning you feel better in your body and get an even bigger boost to your mood. So when you put all this together, folks using the unique and complete combination of nutrients I compiled before meals are doing a heck of a lot more than just fixing their blood sugar. They're taking back control of their lives and their bodies in a way they no longer thought possible. Just look at what some of them have to say. I have noticed reduced numbness in the bottom of my feet and reduced blood sugar readings. Another, Jerlene, said, Dr. Evan, I have noticed improvement in less neuropathy, numbness, and stiffness in my right foot. Also, my blood sugar seems to be leveling off below 150 and not rising as much above 150 when I eat. My appetite has lessened and I'm sleeping a bit better. I have stopped taking metformin and don't appear to need to restart it. My blood sugar measurements daily are the best they have ever been so far. Wayne told me, I think my feet are feeling better and I have a little more energy. Jean said, since starting to use your nutrients 2.5 months ago, my feet are not as cold anymore and I don't have to wear socks to bed. This has really improved my sleep quality. Rob told me, since starting your nutrients 6 weeks ago, I have noticed better circulation to all of my extremities, including my feet. Tony claimed, these nutrients have helped my neuropathy a lot. I've noticed improved blood flow to my feet and improved sexual health. And yet another, Viola, told me, thank you, Dr. Evan Lewis. This is just incredible. I understand that I need to continue taking these nutrients, and I will. It's been 3.5 months, and I do believe I am experiencing some changes in my idiopathic neuropathy. I would say the sensitivity in both feet is down by about 1/3 of what it was. I can wear shoes for several hours in a row now. I'm sleeping better at night, as my feet are not humming, tingling as much. Initially, I was either ordering all of these nutrients individually or having my clients order them online themselves, but there were so many challenges with this. It was nearly impossible to find the right forms of these nutrients and the quality and potency your body needs. Getting everything one by one would cost hundreds of dollars at a time, and it was a nightmare to not only order and receive them all, but then mix and ration them into the perfect daily ratios that these individuals so desperately needed. Plus, I could only help my small circle of personal clients and friends who were paying me considerable sums for one-on-one help, plus investing in all these premium ingredients. Seeing that well over 100 million individuals in North America suffer from blood sugar-related challenges, and millions of those individuals are battling nerve issues and full-blown neuropathy, I knew I had to dig deeper. That's when I reached out to my good friend Todd, who runs a company called Pure Life Organics, rapidly approaching 1 million happy customers. Todd's company had already formulated one of the world's most respected sleep tea supplements and had a stellar reputation for the best product quality, purity, and potency. Todd and I talked about my mission and experience with these nutrients, and that's when he revealed that he had family who'd battled these blood sugar challenges as well. He was every bit as passionate about solving this problem for as many people as humanly possible, and so formed a partnership to begin producing and manufacturing a product based on the breakthrough results I was already seeing with everyone I worked with. We decided to call it Glucocontrol. It's the ultimate pre-meal ritual for supporting healthy blood sugar levels. Glucocontrol is everything you need to flip your body's glucose switch on, allowing glucose to enter and exit your cells efficiently, helping insulin to do its job again, boosting your natural energy levels, restoring healthy sugar and overall fat metabolism, so that you can regain control of your blood sugar and prevent or reverse the nerve issues I'd seen plague so many of my clients. Glucocontrol contains the purest and most potent forms of each of the ingredients we've already talked about, in the exact dosage proven out by volumes of scientific research, giving you the optimum potency, form, ratio, and delivery system needed to turn your glucose switch on and transform your blood sugar control forever. Normally, this would take months and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to make this formula on your own. In a clinical setting, something with the therapeutic potential of Glucocontrol could easily cost you hundreds of dollars per month. That's what some of my clients were paying to source and purchase all of these ingredients individually, but not everyone can spend that much. And Todd and I wanted to make this available to way more people fighting the dangers of chronically elevated blood sugar. So we fought to arrive at a retail price of $149.99 per bottle for the ultimate combination of this clinical grade formulation. And given what people spend on medical bills and blood sugar related issues, especially long term, Glucocontrol is a steal at that price. But we weren't satisfied. We feel like being able to finally conquer your blood sugar using Glucocontrol should cost way less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. So, since you're still watching this presentation, it means you're not going to pay anywhere near that today. In fact, you'll be getting your own supply of Glucocontrol at a fraction of what folks are paying in our store, which is a crazy deal when you think about how it can help you reclaim healthy, stable blood sugar levels, give you consistent all-day energy, banish brain fog, and enhance mental clarity, avoiding post-meal energy crashes, and ultimately sidestep scary long-term potential issues created by body rot, plus all the other threats researchers have tied to high blood sugar and obesity. It's for all those reasons our most savvy customers are stocking up on 6 or even 12 bottles at a time when they stumble on this rock-bottom price. Because once you experience the freedom that comes with finally finding a solution to your blood sugar swings, it's heartbreaking to think about backsliding and letting high blood sugar and body rot creep back into your life. It's why I recommend my clients pick up at least a 3-month supply of Glucocontrol, or ideally a 6-month supply to be safe, because it's highly unlikely that we'll be able to offer a price this low for much longer. See, we're facing the same inflation and supply chain issues as everyone else, meaning we're already struggling to keep our prices this low, not to mention the constant struggle to keep Glucocontrol in stock, especially since most of our customers are ordering at least 6 bottles at a time, making out of stocks a frequent problem. And just between you and me, Todd has already told me that we're going to have to increase prices by about 40% in the next month, or even in a matter of days. So I highly recommend stocking up at these prices while you can. Yet even if you just want a single bottle today, to make sure Glucocontrol is for you, since you've given me your precious time to watch this presentation, and because I really want to see you conquer your blood sugar once and for all. Like I said, you won't be paying anywhere near the regular retail price of $149. In fact, you can leave here today with your own bottle of Glucocontrol for a single, secure, and guaranteed investment of just $69. Yet that's just the start, because when you commit to yourself and your health and choose to stock up on multiple bottles of Glucocontrol, for a limited time, we're able to give you an astonishing price for as little as $49 per bottle. That's 68% off our retail price of $149 when you act right now and secure your supply of Glucocontrol. Just choose the 6-bottle savings option below, or whichever savings level is right for you, and click the corresponding button below this video to take advantage of our lowest possible price while you still can, especially since out of stocks are a constant battle for us right now. And I want you to be able to start using Glucocontrol right away, instead of putting it off, only to find out you have to wait for us to restock, and then end up paying a higher price later, maybe much higher. And listen, to make your decision even easier right now, your order today is also covered by an ironclad money-back guarantee. Here's how it works. If you're like most of our glucose control customers, you'll be blown away by the results. Yet in the highly unlikely event that you aren't blown away, if you don't notice your numbers get better week over week, if your energy doesn't become better and more stable throughout the day, if you don't notice positive changes on the scale, if your friends don't start noticing how much better you look and start asking, "What are you doing?" if your circulation and nerve issues don't noticeably improve, and if you don't feel like you're going to have to start shopping for new clothes soon, simply let us know and we'll refund every penny of your investment, even on your empty bottles. Look, Pure Life Organics is a highly reputable company with over a decade of experience and over 1 million happy customers. If you don't experience extraordinary results, Pure Life Organics doesn't want your money. We wouldn't deserve it. Remember though, considering our ironclad guarantee and the ability to go ahead and order a supply of glucose control risk-free, most new customers are ordering 6 bottles at a time, putting serious strain on our supply of ingredients and making out of stocks an ongoing problem. So because I'd hate for you to finally see the results you're looking for thanks to glucose control, only to run out and discover we're out of stock, and have to wait weeks and sometimes over a month for us to resupply, I recommend that you save as much of your money today as possible by picking up as much glucose control as you comfortably can. Oh, and in case you're still on the fence, I've got a few extra surprises for you that are going to make this decision a no-brainer. These are exclusive additions to your order that are only available via this presentation. First, we'll give you our best-selling 28-day metabolic reset. Because even though the nutrients inside glucose control support healthy blood sugar unlike anything else in existence, research shows that if you're interested, there are some simple exercise movements anyone can do at home to further support optimum blood sugar levels, energy production, metabolism, pain relief, and more. The optional 28-day program gives you our super simple, do-anywhere, gentle exercise program that will give you even better results. And because it doesn't require any gym equipment, you can do it without ever leaving your house. The 28-day metabolic reset can boost metabolism and support you realizing your ideal weight and body too, because most folks are wasting their time spinning their wheels on a treadmill or elliptical trainer. We want to make sure you have access to the scientifically proven, most efficient way to exercise for healthy metabolism. It takes just 21 minutes a day. It uses bodyweight exercises only. Not only can this exercise program help with dangerous visceral fat known to be connected to blood sugar issues, it's also strategically created to reset your hormones to reduce hunger and eliminate cravings. You'll be so shocked how gentle and simple these movements are. And you'll be able to get that flat, strong belly that puts the gym rats to shame without ever feeling like you're working out at all. Your second bonus gift is something we call the Clean Sleep Cleanse Guide. Now, you've probably heard of detox before. Detox or detoxification is actually one of the fastest ways to improve your cellular health. And the better your cellular health, the easier it is for your cells to maintain blood sugar balance. And by releasing these toxins, it basically makes your glucose switch even more efficient. Now, what most people don't realize is that much of the detox we experience each day happens during sleep. And the information in this guide will not only enhance your deep sleep and detox, it will also help make glucose control even more powerful for you. Because studies have shown that poor sleep and toxins directly impact your tendency to experience elevated blood sugar. Improving sleep and removing toxins are only the beginning of what the Clean Sleep Cleanse Guide will help you do. It also reveals how to implement often misused strategies like intermittent fasting, probiotics, fiber, and other strategies to multiply your metabolic rate and support even more optimum blood sugar levels. Each secret is outlined for you step by step to ensure glucose control gets you to your goals even faster. The third and final bonus is probably the one I'm most excited about. It's 21 days of free access to my highly sought-after online coaching program. No matter how hard we work to make glucose control the most complete and fast-working blood sugar support product available, there are always going to be questions and particular situations that come up, which will impact the success you have with the product. That's why we want to give you 21 days of personal coaching with me and an amazing team of coaches Todd has helped me assemble. First, you'll be getting exclusive emails from us, where we share our most important new insights and discoveries with you. Plus, as soon as you finish your enrollment, you'll instantly be added to our secret closed Facebook group. Here, you can ask any question you want, network and bond with other folks going on the exact same blood sugar balancing journey, and get the motivation and accountability you need to stick to using glucose control, and get the amazing results I've promised you here today. In fact, one study showed that weight loss seekers who had accountability were twice as likely to lose weight as those who didn't. Blood sugar is no different. Accountability is everything. This alone is worth the modest price we're asking you to invest in glucose control today. And when you add everything up with your special discount, you're getting hundreds of dollars in value on day one. It should be the easiest decision you ever make with regard to your blood sugar and overall health. especially since there really is nothing like glucose control on the market. Because no other doctor I know works as extensively with blood sugar challenged individuals who experience nerve issues, especially not doctors who are committed to finding natural solutions. The only catch? We expect our first batch to go very fast. However, the very fact that you're watching this now means you're in luck, because there are still bottles left, and I've reserved your supply for the duration of this video. So if you're ready to begin using glucose control to control your blood sugar and neuropathy, I highly encourage you to act now and click the button below this video. With a breakthrough like glucose control, it's no surprise that this video is well on its way to going viral, which means today this message is being seen by tens of thousands of men and women who want a real solution. Websites, email lists, social media. Our traffic is skyrocketing and it's hard to keep up with the demand. This is not a decision you want to put off. If you say, I'll come back later or tomorrow, well, someone else may get the spot that I've personally reserved for you. This offer is available on this page only. This video is your only opportunity to take advantage of this insane discount, but you must act immediately. Click below this video and secure your package and get your hands on this groundbreaking formula. Listen, what would you rather feel? That powerless feeling of your blood sugar working against you, getting more and more unforgiving, causing you to remain stuck on the blood sugar roller coaster, even when you eat strictly, limit carbs, and exercise? And all the guilt, shame, and self-judgment that comes along with not being able to control your blood sugar or be as active as you once were because your nerves have begun to deteriorate? Or would you like to feel the unparalleled freedom that can only come from having your blood sugar under control again, allowing you to enjoy healthy carbs again, and still be in the driver's seat of your blood sugar and nerve health? It's your choice to make. It's your decision. But whatever you decide, you must act fast. This is a you snooze, you lose situation. Here's exactly what's going to happen when you click the button below and select your package. You'll be taken to the confirmation page, and if there are still supplies left, then you'll simply enter your payment information on our secure checkout form. You'll click the Complete My Order button, and you'll test drive glucose control risk-free for the next 60 days. And you can feel completely confident that your order is private and your information is safe, because we've encrypted the checkout page with the latest 256-bit security software, which means it's military grade. So your personal information is as protected as the data for secret US fighter jet designs. I've even got my security system verified by the same companies that verify websites like Amazon.com and Apple.com. You'll see the trust badges and certificates on the page, so you can feel totally secure when you click the button below and claim your discount. And then, in just a few days' time, a small, discreet package will arrive in your mail. No one will know you're taking what could be the greatest blood sugar breakthrough of our time, until you start waking up with boundless energy, looking younger and feeling better than you have in years, and able to move freely and confidently again, because your nerves are healthy again. All because you turned back the clock on your blood sugar, turned your glucose switch back on. There's no reason to live in fear. There's no reason to remain dependent on substances that don't effectively help you control your sugar, don't help you prevent or reverse nerve damage, and plague you with dangerous side effects. Not when glucose control does all this and more, faster, and for a tiny fraction of the price. So lock in your discount now. Click the button below, fill out the form, and get started. So right now you have a simple choice. You're at a fork in the road. One road is well traveled. You know where this road leads. This is the same road you've been on for years. It leads you right back to the same steadily increasingly worse blood sugar challenges and neuropathy you've been experiencing for years. The roller coaster and shame will continue. Your cravings will get worse. Your metabolism will slow and your weight will go up. Your partner and other members of the opposite sex won't be interested in you. And even if they are, it will be harder to perform or enjoy the experience. And you'll have to work harder and harder with your diet and exercise program just to keep your blood sugar from getting worse. You and I both know you deserve better, and the pain of runaway blood sugar isn't even the worst part. It's the chronic health conditions it leads to. Chronic conditions that often lead to an early death. Many Americans are traveling down this road. It's sad. Do you really want your blood sugar challenges to keep getting worse? To get less and less enjoyment out of your life? To be on the fast track to an early death? I certainly don't want that for you. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but that's just the reality of this situation. This road can lead to death, and I have to be frank about it. And if you go down that road, it will be because you didn't have the courage to give this a fair shot. But there's another road. It's called the easy road. Simply get this life-changing breakthrough formula discreetly delivered right to your doorstep and activate your glucose switch and kickstart your glucose metabolism and have blood sugar control and nerve health like you had in your 20s. This is a road with brand new pavement. Pristine and smooth. An absolutely delightful trip to the blood sugar, longevity, and life you've always dreamed of. Experience the metabolism, energy, and youthfulness you had in your 20s. When you choose this road, you'll arm yourself with a world-class, one-of-a-kind, all-natural formula, a truly unfair edge when it comes to controlling your blood sugar. It doesn't matter whether you've been dreaming of being able to eat a high-carb meal again, without worry of a dangerous crash, resuming your favorite activity without pain, or even just feeling that deep sigh of relief at knowing you no longer have to obsess and worry over every bite of food you take. It's all possible with Gluco Control. All for less than $2 per day, depending on which package you choose. Look, this is it. It's decision time. And I can't make this decision for you. But in my humble opinion, this should be the easiest decision you ever make. I want you to be a part of a special group turning back the clock on their blood sugar and nerve health. And it's all thanks to this revolutionary formula. So try Gluco Control out. You have up to 60 days to experience these results risk-free. And in the unlikely event you aren't experiencing more optimal blood sugar control, if you aren't experiencing feeling better after meals, having improved numbers, if your weight and metabolism don't improve, if you're not pleasantly shocked when you wake up with more energy, if you still aren't able to finally get back to enjoying food and life again, and if your nerve issue or related symptoms don't improve, if you're not blown away for any reason whatsoever, then just send us an email or give us a call, and you'll promptly get your money back. This is truly a no-lose, risk-free situation for you. So listen closely. Right now is not a time for hesitation. This is a time for action. This is a time to harness the greatest blood sugar breakthrough ever. This is a time to reclaim your blood sugar control and nerve health once and for all. Yet, time is running out. I can't guarantee your fast action discount for much longer. So go ahead, click the button, and get what every person wants and what you fully deserve: healthy blood sugar and rejuvenated nerves, so that you can enjoy food and life again, well into your 70s, 80s, maybe even 100.